Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament cast. And this is the Agartha Flash Tournament number 1. Round of 16 match between Shidoku of ODM and Orgetorix of Agartha. In this particular game, we see Orgetorix playing as the Vandals and Shidoku of ODM playing as the Sassanid Empire. Let's go over the builds as usual. Have the Vandal Warlord Silver 2 for the Vandals, of course. We don't have Vandal Warlord for the Sassanids, that would be obnoxious. Anyway, we have, let's see, the Cavalry contingent. So, a bunch of Nobilani Cavalry, looks like 5 in total. No, 4 Nobilani Cav in total, because there's a rule in this tournament. It's max 4 heavy cavalry. It's an interesting rule, actually. And the 5th cavalry unit is the Alani Horsemen, I mean, if you don't count the general. Then we have, let's see, what do we have here? 2 Vandal Berserkers on each flank in the back, and then 2 Noble Germanic Swordsmen behind the general. Again on each flank, but in the front this time, Germanic Spearmen. And we see Germanic Hurlers too, and then 3 of these Germanic Archers. Now what do we have for the Sassanids? Well, Savaran Sardar with Warcry. I believe it is Brace, indeed, on the Vandal Warlord. We also have, let's see, 2 Griff Bumvar Cataphracts and a Savaran Cataphract on the left. On the right, let's see, Savaran Cataphract with 2 Griff Bumvar Cataphracts. We also have a bunch of Armenian Slingers up front, it seems. 4 of those. We see 2, oh wait, no, an Armenian Spear and an elite Dalemite infantry on the right, and the center is composed of, let's see, 3 Dalemite warriors and an elite Dalemite infantry. The Dalemite warriors in the center all seem to be bronze 2, and this elite Dalemite infantry over there is bronze 1. Now on the left we have an elite Dalemite infantry bronze 1 with an Armenian spear. So basically symmetric flanks for the Sassanids, and the center is just a stable contingent. So let's see how this one's going to go. I'm just going to fast forward it a tad until we actually get to see some action. I kind of like how these Germanic Spearmen are used here by the Vandals. Look, they have good amount of armor and they have decent health, so this is very nice for them. They also have Spear Wall, which is quite cool. It adds missile block chance, and now it's being used. Very, very cool. And I also forgot to mention, Vandals have another unit here, the Germanic Mounted Brigands. Very, very cool to do that by the Vandals here. Let's see if it actually pays off. But again, these Germanic Spearmen are in Spear Wall, so they will do extremely well. As you can see, extra shield defense and much higher missile block chance now. Very, very good to block the missiles. I really like that move. I think it's pretty cool. Then we see these Germanic Hurlers actually targeting the Savaran Cataphracts, not giving a damn about these Armenian Slingers firing at them. You know what? It's actually not a bad idea, because the Armenian Slingers, they are just they're wasting all their ammo on these cheap Germanic Hurlers. I don't know why these archers are pushed up so far up though, because now the Armenian Slingers can kill them. These Germanic Hurlers targeting the Savaran Cataphracts here, and won't do too terribly actually, because these Savaran Cataphracts, I mean, they're not like as tanky as the Griff Bumvars, but still they're not going to do too much damage to the Savarans. So over here we have the Germanic Archers targeting the Griff Bumvars with Flaming Shot. Actually, they are not using Flaming Shot, so this is a bit of a mistake here by the Vandals. Now the Germanic Spearmen are going to get charged potentially by the Dalemite Warriors, but looks like they're just going to get out of there in time perhaps? No, looks like a couple of them get caught, so bit of a mistake there by the Vandals. But right now though, the Nobilani Cav, nicely done here, going into the diamond formation so that the charge of the Griffenvars is not as big. Griffenvars not even getting a charge bonus off, actually they even get downhill charge by the Nobilani Cav. And there is Vandal Berserker support in here, but this charge into the Vandal Berserkers should crush the Vandal Berserkers, of course. Very, very bad for the Vandals here, but here comes another Vandal Berserker, and these Germanic Spearmen here going to get destroyed by the Savaran Cataphract charge. Now they get stuck though. They get stuck here, so this means this Alani Horseman is not going to do bad against the Savaran Cataphract. Though the Savaran Cataphract does get another charge off. Over here you can see that the Vandals are pulling back the left flank. It's not a bad move at all, just to fight on this side. Vandal Berserkers out of control here, and as you can see, destroying the Armenian Spears with no problems whatsoever. Here we see the infantry support for the Vandals just doing a fantastic job against these cavalry units of the Sassanids. I mean, the Sassanids are outnumbered 3-2 here. These Vandal Berserkers doing very well, but now we have a problem here. All these units now are free for the Sassanids. We still have the General of the Sassanids that could go around and support, but Germanic Mounted Brigands coming around for the Vandals could actually snipe these Armenian Slingers. Looks like they're not going to go for them because they're simply out of ammo. So that would be useless. But the Griff Bombars do charge into these Mounted Brigands. So it looks like the Mounted Brigands not going to pay for themselves this game. The Vandal Warlord charging in here, doing a lot of damage, but should be pulled out very quickly. He doesn't want to get bogged down in this prolonged melee. These Vandal Berserkers here are engaging the Dalemite Warriors, so they will not do too terribly at all. I like this with the Noble Germanic Swordsmen. Just they're going to be shielding off the left flank. It is very, very cool. They're not actually in shield wall, though. But that is very cool. And now we see this Griff Bombard Cataphract charging into the General of the Vandals. It's going to do some damage. These Nobilani Cavalry, it looks like they're going to try and go and snipe the General of the Sassanids, but they get stuck on these Armenian Slingers. Very well done by the Armenian Slingers. Looks like they're still going to pull through and get to the Sovereign Sardar, but Sovereign Sardar getting a downhill charge. So not going to do as badly against the Nobilani Cav here. And looks like the Griff Bombars are getting stuck by the Nobilani Cav. Still, this Nobilani Cav here kept in reserve by the Vandals should do a lot. It might actually need to commit at some point and go for these units, because it could force a breakthrough here in the center. Looks like he just wants to kill these Griff Bombard Cataphracts though. These Vandal Berserkers here using Frenzy right now. The Noble Germanic Swordsmen just in shield wall. Cannot actually support the cavalry though. Looks like they're going to walk forward, but no longer in shield wall actually. They ran out of shield wall. Now these Vandal Berserkers going through. The Sovereign Sardar doing quite well against Nobilani Cav actually, and now going to pull out two Vandal Berserkers running off the field in Berserk mode. This charge by the Nobilani Cav though should be insane. We have another Nobilani Cav going around for the Vandals though, and here you can see the Noble Germanic Swordsmen. These guys not in shield wall, but the Vandal Berserkers here doing pretty well. These guys though are in shield wall and they're holding off the Savaran Cataphracts pretty well actually. We have the elite Dalemite infantry coming in though. The General, though, for the Sassanids is still going to live. Very nicely done here. The Griff Bombars going to kill the Nobilani Cav, while the Sovereign Sardar kills off the Germanic Mounted Brigand. So, very, very well done here by the Sassanids. Nobilani Cav, though, getting into the Griff Bombard, but Griff Bombard getting another charge off into these Nobilani Cav. Very well done. But these Armenian Slingers are going to actually fight off the Vandal Berserkers. Though this Savaran Cataphract is going to disengage from this fight. Gonna take some damage because they're just medium. But over here you can see that all these Armenian Slingers, no chance against Vandal Berserkers, no matter how many they are. These Nobilani Cav just powering through the Griff Bombars. And right now we should see the Sovereign Sardar dying for the Sassanids. Still a good amount of men left on the field for the Vandals. But the Vandals are kind of fighting downhill here, which is very good for them. They're getting a very nice engagement here. As you can see, Noble Germanic Swordsmen killing the elite Dalemite infantry in shield wall here. And the Nobilani Cav also going to deal with these Savaran Cataphracts. Sassanid General is basically dead. So what this means is that the Sassanids now are going to just chain route. There's this final unit of Dalemite warriors here that is now going to be off the field, and it is a victory for the Vandals. So it looks like Orgetorix is going to move on to the next round. Let's look at the statistics. Well, as you can see, Vandal Warlord, lots of kills, and the Nobilani Cav did well as expected. Even the Alani Horsemen. Germanic Spearmen did not get many kills, but they soaked up missiles, and they took charges, I guess. But still questionable whether they were cost effective or not. This Germanic Mounted Brigand getting only 24 kills. Kind of a risky move to bring that though, and the 4 Vandal Berserkers doing very, very well, and even the Noble Germanic Swordsmen trading cost effectively against the Dalemite Warriors and Elite Dalemite Infantry. But looks like Orgetorix of Agartha is going to move on through into the semifinals. No, round of 8 actually, this is round of 16, so yeah, I shall see you. Wait, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google+, share the video, and I shall see you next time.